Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dark Pool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watchlist building session. Today is Sunday, July 25th, and man, we got a handful of things to look at. We've got some bullish positions, we've got some bearish positions, we've got lots of things to go over. So I'm going to run through this really quickly. For those of you that don't know, I use the Smart Money Dart Pool and Block Trade algorithm. It's software provided by those traders over at FlowTrade. And really quickly, this chart you see in front of you is the 2x2. Anytime I draw a blue horizontal line, that is a dart pool block trade. Anytime I draw a red horizontal line, it's a regular block trade. If I draw some yellow lines, then those would be typically the direction of the algorithm or any support and resistance, and the purple line that you see, that is the regular algorithm. So I think that's about it. All I ask in return is you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, welcome back. Working on redoing that intro, so we're gonna have to work on that. Look at that here in a little while. All right, so I wanted to go over some of the big names first. We'll go over Apple, eBay, this car play, Lemonade, LMND, and then the last one I want to look at is probably either BILI or Baidu. Let's see, LMND, and then let's check out. It's a toss-up between Baidu and BILI. Let's see which one's got a better looking chart. They're both kind of choppy, right? Let's look at this PSX. That looks pretty decent. TAP. That looks pretty good. And then LBS would be the other one I'm kind of interested in. Alright, so we're going to do, what are we going to do? We're going to do LBS, TAP, eBay, Apple, let me see, check out 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll look at LMND, R, VLO, and Discovery, TFS. That car, I can't, yeah, I gotta, you can't avoid that car, CAR. That is net selling. All right, so the stocks that we've picked based on the scanner and that I've kind of gone through, these are stocks that are either at a very significant support resistance level as well as divergence, and we're just gonna jump right into it. So let's see. So LBS, car, I like eBay, TAP, and then we'll save Apple for the next screen. All right. You know what? Just give me one more second here. You know, I'm gonna go with BILI instead of LVS. I've played LVS a couple times, and even though the divergence looks amazing, it just never really does what you would want it to do. So BILI, we're going with BILI. All right. So looking at BILI, we're going to start in the upper left-hand corner and work our way through. I'm going to do just the algorithm technical analysis in this video. I may do a longer video that kind of goes over everything that's on my watch list, and I may get into some technical analysis with that. The response from the community was, let's just keep with the algorithm review. Sorry, I got distracted by something. There's something weird happening over here with my desk. It's like I got salt everywhere. I don't know where any of that would have come from. So give me 1 second here. Let me get this figured out. All right, welcome back. So looking at BILI, BILI. So look at these. We've got some pretty significant block trade levels. I've got my block trade set to go back for the last 14 days. I'm just going to go ahead and mark these up. One other thing, if I throw a white horizontal line on there, that's because we've got a dark pool and a regular block trade that are within so close to each other that I cannot distinguish between the levels, right? So, or if they're kind of like, within, like this, they're two separate levels, but they're, 91.50, 92.06. They both provided significant stopping power for that massive sell-off. All right, regardless of that, it looks as if though BILI, B-I-L-I, right, it's got a regular block trade level coming in here, and it appears that there's a gap that's going to need to be filled. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this up with this yellow color. We've got the algo is net buying, right? The algo is pretty much vertical. I'm looking at this nice strong uptrend support. There is a gap that needs to be filled coming in right here, right? That gap's going to need to be filled, and excuse me, we've got one more little dark pool level coming in at 108.85. That's going to be our target from 95. Okay, we have resistance at 100, psychological level. Most stocks and options will have some sort of interaction at this psychological level that is 100, right in here. So that's what we're looking for. Possible pullback and then rip on BILI. Targets 100, 110. As long as the algo continues to maintain its net buying, which is what it's doing. One other thing I like to do is also just kind of see, is the algo making any sort of, whoa, what is that? It's also a weird tool. Is the algo kind of making any sort of little pattern here? Rising wedge, but it looks good. I like it. I'm going to keep an eye on this algo getting above these regular and dark pool trade level at 110 to continue to pull price action up. Moving over to the right hand side, we've got CAR, C-A-R. No block trades in the last 30 days. So this is it's interesting that there's not any. But this is a good example of bearish divergence. See what I'm doing here is I'm trying to start to play bearish charts. Algo is selling off while price action, right, is kind of riding this fine little line right here, isn't it? Right? Price action is continuing. This is like a, what is it, rising wedge. I believe that's a bearish play. But the algo has been net selling ever since 720. Some of these little micro divergences have played out, like this one here. We got another little one here. But this is what I'm really looking at. I'm looking at this algorithm that is just selling. When this cracks, it's going to crack hard. So that's CAR. Moving over down here to lower left corner, eBay. eBay did I don't know how we missed this massive move last week. No real block trades. Hold on, let me just make sure. I'm going to go ahead and look back. Let's go back 10 days. 12 days. So going back 12 days on eBay, we've got a couple of regular block trade levels we're looking at here. Those are coming in at 68.38, and what's one more at 68.67. Right? If you notice, price action uses these block trade levels as support and resistance. Right? Bounce, 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 fail, bounce, bounce against, bounce, bounce against, breakthrough. Right? We broke through, came back, tested for support, and then we went on this nice massive run. Well, unfortunately, stocks don't always go up, and the algo is now officially diverged bearishly from price action, and that divergence must play out. So we've got to get the divergence to play out. I'm looking for eBay to come back down and test where price action originally diverged, and if I were to guess, it'd be right around the 71, 72 level, right? I'm going to keep an eye on this algo for continued selling off and a possible bounce right back here at these dark pool levels, or excuse me, the regular block trade levels. Okay, that was eBay. Moving over here onto the right hand side, TAP, which has got an amazing dividend, right? Yeah, they've just got a really good dividend. Going back the same 14 days, 15, close enough. What I like is we've got some regular block trade levels coming in, and I'm just going to go ahead and call those out. 51.45 looks like a pretty significant one in that it provided support, right, multiple times, resistance, support, right, finally broke through. Got another one coming in at 50.20 and 49.93 that's acting as overhead resistance. What I do like about this is this algo, right? This algo is straight up net buying, right? Made a nice little 1, 2, 3 pattern. 1, 2, 3, right? Gonna keep an eye on this level here for price action to go ahead and break through those two block trade levels. And then we've got some shorter term targets like right in there. So that's tap, keeping an eye on it. It does need to get above that, basically that $50 level. This one's not going to move a whole lot, but it should be pretty decent. And I think it's got weekly options as well. All right, finally, Apple, Apple, well, Apple looks pretty good. Apple, looking at Apple. I'm going to turn the block trades down because Apple gets a lot of them. I'm only going to go back in the last 7 days. So what's interesting about Apple is that it's been stair-stepping up. Let me just go ahead and mark some of these levels up here so that we can see what's going on. Once again, white level is when there's a regular and a dark pool block trade so close to each other that I can't really get separation, right? Let me just do this. This is pretty significant because there's quite a few dark pools coming in right here at this, 145.80 level, right? And 145.50. Obviously, there's a cluster 146.80. So those are going to be pretty significant resistance or support on the way back down, right? We've got a regular block trade level coming in here, but what's important to look at is the direction of the flow algo index, right? Pretty much been net selling. Some of these divergences have played out, right? Obviously. The one that I'm interested in is this most current one here. And while it's only happened for a couple of days, the net selling has been occurring since the 15th, right? So let's keep that in mind. Apple on the way back down, 147.50, pretty significant support. If we get through the 145-ish area, then this last remaining block trade's not going to be. I don't think it's going to bounce off of there. I think it's going to melt right through it. So we're going to keep an eye on that. As far as technically, looks like Apple is kind of doing one of these little, right, or rising wedge, right, rising wedge. So I am bullish on Apple, bullish on car, or excuse me, bearish on Apple, bearish on car, bearish on eBay, bullish on tap, bullish on tap, and let's see if I'm probably bullish on BILI real quick. Just 1 second here. Get that to load. And bullish on BILI. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Untitled Algo. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for about 30 to 45 minutes. I always answer requests if I can. And make sure you do me a favor. It really helps me out with this YouTube algorithm. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe, and then turn on notifications so that you get notified anytime I come out with a new video. We'll talk to y'all soon.